Yes. Welcome back to another stream. Me and I'll be on a Southampton preview. Big game tomorrow. People looking at it like a final. I've been saying that it's like a final from earlier last week. It's exciting times, and City are back. I feel like it's been a weird one because it's been a week break.
Well, you know what it is as well, right? We've sat here for all week just waiting for this game, and this is why I've been saying I kind of prefer the position that City are in. I know we've got difficult games. Obviously, we've got Bayern Munich and that. We've got tricky matches coming up, but I prefer to be playing every 3 days, man. I don't like what Arsenal have got. Arsenal have got a whole week in between every single match. Nah, not for me, man. I don't think that's
I
the
like
way
the consistency
forward,
of every 3 days. I feel like so you're always on top of it. You're always on it.
Exactly, and they've got to sit here and wait for a week until the next match. I just think, nah, that ain't the way, man. You get so caught up about it. You talk about the game way too much. You think about the game way too much. I much prefer a game every 3 days. So that's where we're at. Obviously, from basically this week, it starts game every three days. It's going to be an absolute madness, and we're going to get into everything. Talking about Southampton preview, we'll get to the predicted start 11 score predictions. We'll have a chat about Southampton as well, how we think they're going to set up, players, injuries, and all that kind of stuff. Before we get into it, guys, make sure you guys have dropped a like on the stream. We need 25 more likes for 100 likes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well if you're new. Big up to End the Stream, Dave. Obviously, an X expression. Oh, X expression. Oh,
An X expression.
There you go. But big up End the Stream, Dave. Become a member earlier on today. I'm not sure if he's in the stream, but if you are, thank you very much for helping support the channel. You guys can support the channel as well by clicking the link in the description. As well, big up Carl with the £2 donation. Said 4-0 City. This title. This is our title. We're not done just yet. That's from Cal with the £2 donation.
Yes, it's Cal.
Well, that's it, man. We can't give up yet, innit? We got loads of stuff to get into. I mean, we spoke about it a little bit this morning, and I guess we'll speak about it now, and especially because obviously the title is HAALAND to start. If we're being honest, this is the biggest decision, and this is the biggest sort of talking point going into tomorrow. And should HAALAND start? And obviously, I don't want to go through it all again. For me, I just think if he's ready, he's got to play, man. You know what I mean? I think this game is too big. And like you said, bro, it's like a cup final, man. We have to win. And with Arsenal playing Liverpool, there's a serious... I think Arsenal end up beating Liverpool, to be honest with you. But there's still a serious chance that Liverpool could do us a favour. We need to be making sure that we go and absolutely, put Southampton in the ground, man. We need to be getting those 3 points tomorrow, 100%.
It's I mean, I'd take a 1-0. Put them to the ground, I'd take a 1-0. It's weird because we play first. We had the chance to put the pressure on Arsenal. Obviously, we just beat Liverpool 4-1. And then they drew 0-0 in a game where Chelsea should have smashed them in that first half. I think that the expectation is a bit low on Liverpool getting anything from that game, but Liverpool have been so inconsistent this season that it's kind of like a game where they just pull it out of the bag, because the inconsistencies that they've had. So it's weird that the tide's turned now. Obviously, it's been us and Liverpool for the past 5 years. It's good that it's weird that the tide's turned now that we're looking to Liverpool to do us a favour. So I'm looking forward to this weekend. Hopefully we get our job done tomorrow. That's the most important thing. And we're kind of running out of games where I'm looking at Arsenal dropping points. This is one of them. So if Arsenal beat Liverpool, then I'm looking at Newcastle. But it's a strange thing wanting the other team to just drop points, and we just got to hope that's the thing. I just saying then on the HAALAND situation, this is basically cup final mode. If HAALAND is ready, HAALAND starts, because he was in fine goal scoring form before he got his little injury. I'm backing him to pick it straight back up again, and I think against Southampton, I think we'll get chances. It's just whether we put them away, and you want your best striker there to put it away, and that's Erling Haaland. And that's no disrespect to Julian Alvarez. He did a very good game against Liverpool, and I would not be disappointed if Julian Alvarez started tomorrow and Haaland didn't. But I think if Haaland's ready, he goes straight back in.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. I think he has to go back in there. And obviously Pep Guardiola said he's ready, so I would expect him to start. And that's, yeah, like you say, that's nothing to do with Alvarez. It's just, Haaland's the man, isn't he? Haaland is the man. He's our Galactico. He's one of our best players. He's the best goal scorer in the world right now. So he sort of has to play. There's nothing really you can say about that. I want to go through the team lineup, man, because whilst I did say the team picks itself early this morning, there are a couple of positions maybe in the side that we could potentially talk about. Obviously, Edison will start in goal. I think the one of the biggest ones is at right back. Now, Kyle Walker's actually been playing quite well when he has been playing. However, Pep Guardiola right now is clearly a massive fan of this inverted right back, inverted centre back, whatever you want to call it. John Stones played it against Liverpool and did a fantastic job. I mean, where are we at with this? Obviously, you, Bray, and guys in the chat, where are we at with this? Are we going to go full send John Stones again in that sort of right back / inverted midfield? I mean, what do you think?
I think we start Stones again. I think that's the situation. I think we full send the same setup. I think it works really well against Liverpool. Obviously, game by game is when it changes. That's the only issue. Game by game, it does change. It depends on the way that Pep looks at it. However, this is a game that I think I just want a bit of consistency. So I think I'd throw Stones in. I can see the shouts for Walker, but I think a lot of people are saying Walker for Bayern.
Yeah,
which I can see for the pace. I personally, I'm all for Stones right back situation, which is obviously right back. It's not a real right back situation. He does come inside and basically become another CDM, but it worked so well the other day that I want to see it again.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think I agree. I think I would go for an inverted fullback, whether it's Rico, whether it's John Stones, whatever. I think that Kyle Walker would probably suit Bayern Munich a little bit better than this game, because the facts are we need to be dominating the game and we need to be winning this match. You know what I mean? We don't need to win the game against Bayern Munich in the first leg. Of course, we want to, and it would be great, but you don't need to. There's a second leg. We have to go to Southampton tomorrow and win the football match. And I think because of that, you need players who are better on the ball and better and can create stuff for our attacking players. And John Stones can do that. He's better on both feet than Kyle Walker. I think he's just better suited to this match. Another player that I think would be really, really suited to this game, honestly, is Rico Lewis. I think Rico Lewis would be really, really good in this game. But I don't think he's going to throw him in. I think it will be John Stones. So I think, John Stones at right back, basically inverted.
Yeah, I think Rico Lewis would do well. Rico Lewis has done well every time we've seen him, really. Obviously, he struggled sometimes in parts of games, but I've never really looked at it and gone, oh, Rico had a shocker in that game. I think he's had a solid first proper season for Manchester City, which is good. So it wouldn't surprise, like, if you did play Rico tomorrow, I'm in the situation, I'm so calm about the team at the moment. Pure calma. I'm in the situation where I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fine. If he wants to throw in Rico, yeah, I'm fine for it. But yeah, for me personally, John Stones, a bit of solidity, and
consistency
in it. Yeah, you said it before. In the side.
About that consistency. No, I agree. Get John Stones in there. Is there any shouts for anyone else other than Diaz, Akanji, and Ake?
Nope.
That's it, isn't it?
It's Diaz, Akanji, Ake, and I'd love to say, does Diaz go left sided centre back? He does, doesn't he? Yeah, because then Akanji goes to but he's basically the middle centre back. I'd change the formation, but I can't be asked right now. Yeah, I think that's the only shout. Laporte, I just don't see Laporte playing.
No.
He just doesn't play for this football club anymore. The only time you see Laporte is when he's warming up at the side of the pitch if one of our centre backs look like they're a bit injured. In fact, it happened when Ake against Burnley, when he thought he felt something, or was it Burnley or Wolves, or whichever game it was where we thought Ake might have been injured. We've seen Laporte at the sideline warming up. I was like, right, okay, this is basically, Laporte played the Burnley game. So that's the kind of games where I'd see Laporte playing. And then kind of games because he's clearly out of favour.
I agree. Yeah, no, I don't see. I think that team picks itself. So I'm happy with that defence. Strong, consistent is what we need. We've not had much consistency this season, and I'm liking it. Let's move into the midfield then. Obviously, it's been a week off. I do think Rodri starts this game.
Yeah, Calvin Phillips ain't going to start this game.
No,
exactly. For Calvin Phillips.
So whack Rodri in there. Kevin De Bruyne will also 100% start this
100%.
game.
Yeah.
Because he's in great form.
Been
And we need
incredible.
his creativity. We've got to win the game. And again, I think Ilkay Gundogan starts the match.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think Bernardo gets in this team
I don't
right
think
now.
Bernardo gets in. It's KDB Gundo. Look at how well they were playing. I just think it's probably one of the easiest predicted 11s that we've ever done.
I agree, and especially with the fact that you need to win the football match. You have to win. No good drawing. I mean, you have to win the game, so you've got to play players in that midfield and attack that can get you goals. And that's Ilkay Gundogan and Kev.
We can't drop points. There's no time to drop points. We need Arsenal to be dropping points, and we need to take advantage of that. We don't want to drop points ourselves, and then on Sunday Arsenal go get beaten off Liverpool, and we're sat here going, oh yeah, well what could have been? Because the games are running out. We're in less than 10 games, and we need to capitalise on Arsenal dropping points once. It's been too long this season where it's always been when we've dropped points, they've dropped points. Or when they've dropped points, we drop points. That seems to always happen this year. So like I say, I think we've got to go full strength. We've got to go ham.
Completely agree. And then, as we said it before, Haaland starts as a striker, and then unless you want to do a Bernardo Silva at right wing, it's again the wingers pick themselves. It's Grealish and Mahrez, you know.
I think it's Grealish Mahrez. I don't see us playing Bernardo right. I think we have right hand side a bit mint, especially with him playing a bit more now. Getting into that, going into that buying game would be good. Because obviously he lost his place to Phil Foden recently, but he had a really good game against Liverpool. Yeah. So Ramadan Riyad, get him in. Jack Grealish, another incredible a game against Liverpool, so he's got to be in there. I think this will be the lineup.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will be saying about Julian Alvarez. And then Tina there is very unfair on Alvarez, but I just don't see where we put Alvarez in this side.
So it's unfair on a lot of players. It's unfair on Bernardo Silva. It's unfair on Laporte, you know. It's unfair on whoever else we've got at this football club. You know, it's unfair. But, you know, at the end of the day, you've got to be ruthless in this game. You know, what you want to be sentimental for? Nah. We need to win trophies in that for that. Room for that. You need to play the best team, and that's the best team. Alvarez, it doesn't get in that team because that's the best team.
That is the best team.
And yes, it's harsh, but it's, you know, what you're going to do? You can't just play players because, they kind of deserve it. Yeah, he does deserve it, but you know, this is the wrong part of the season to be being nice. You got to be ruthless. You got to pick your best 11, man. And don't get me wrong as well. Alvarez will come on tomorrow. He will feature. He'll definitely come off the bench. No way Haaland plays full 90 minutes. So you know, Alvarez will get some minutes tomorrow.
MCFC Carl says there, bro, it's bottom of the league. We don't need full strength, and that I completely disagree. I completely disagree. Yeah, you don't go full strength against Southampton and slip up just like we did in the Carabao. Then you're going to turn around. You'll be one of the first people to turn around and say, why don't we start a stronger side? We shouldn't have underestimated Southampton. Yeah. Because that's what you're doing. You're underestimating a side that could be a bogey team for us. They've beat us this season already. We've struggled against Southampton in previous years, drawing games against them. I think, did we beat them at all last season? Or did we draw both games? No, I think it was 0-0 and 1-1 or something like that. So I don't see that. Yes, they are bottom of the league, but it's the Premier League. Any side is capable of pulling out a result.
If you're not worried about Southampton, then what I'd do is I'd start this team, and if you're not worried, then by your prediction, we should be 3 or 4-0 up by 60 minutes, and then take them all off.
Get them all off.
That's what you think. If you think that Southampton's going to be that easy tomorrow that you don't have to play a full strength squad, play the full strength squad and then take them all off after an hour when you're 4-5-0 up, because that's the way you think the game's going to go. That's the way you think the game's going to go. Mm-hmm. There's no point in chasing the game. You know, we got Bayern Munich on Tuesday. What about if you do rest players and it goes pear shaped, and then you've got to throw Kevin on, Haaland on for the last 30 minutes, stretching for balls that they wouldn't normally go for. You know, sprinting for balls that they wouldn't normally play and run for. It's not worth it. Get the game won. That's what we always say. Get the game won, and then after an hour, once the game's won, if that's what you think is going to happen, then take them all off. But you won't be underestimating these, man. Not in this position. We can't. That's arrogance, man. Yeah, got to win the game.
It's too arrogant. And our old man's up in the Carabao Cup game. I was thinking, yeah, we should be beating these. And I probably was a little bit more arrogant going into the Carabao Cup game, thinking that, you know what, Southampton are in a terrible time. But not this time round, innit? Not a chance this time round. I ain't taking these for granted. You got to full send. Yeah, and then plus, what's the benefit of not full sending, then making it a more difficult game for yourself. Say like if you play your weakest 11, you're going to make it more difficult for yourself to beat Southampton. You may as well full send your foot, like you said before, play the strongest 11, get the game won, then dip.
I agree. You know, just like the Tharbo there says, you got 5 subs, start strong, and if you think the game's going to be easy, then by that metric, we should be 4 or 5 up after an hour, then sub them all off. I don't know what to expect. I don't know whether it's going to be easy. I don't know whether it's going to be tough. But yeah, I mean, I would be starting strong and get the game won, and then we go to Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich's a big game, right? But it's the first leg out of 2.
Yeah.
I think Southampton's a bigger game than Bayern Munich on Tuesday. There you go. Said it.
No. At this point in time, is you can right your wrongs at Bayern because you got 2 legs. You've got another tie to fix what happens in the first leg. This, we lose against these, and Arsenal beat Liverpool. Done. I mean, it's very final. Unless Arsenal have an absolute disaster and a crumble in the last couple of games, then you're looking at it going, where are we going to get these points?
Yeah.
Because we've been chasing it for time now. Where we're trying to wait for Arsenal to drop points and us to capitalise on it. It's just not happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Bill Benno with the 2 says, tomorrow is not the time to be sentimental. Need the W. I agree, man. I agree. Get that W. And then be sentimental. Then get everyone else
3 points. I'm not asked how it happens. 1-0. Don't care. 3 points tomorrow. That's all it's needed.
Correct. And if you think about it as well, say you did rotate the team, right? Say you wanted to go for this rotated team. Well, you're not going to rotate the whole team, right? So you're still going to be playing big players. You're still going to be playing your Diaz's and that. And you can't not play Haaland. You got to play your wingers because that's the only wingers we've got. So you're going to still have to play Kevin De Bruyne or Gundogan. You know, maybe, someone might want to rotate Rodri for Phillips for some reason. Someone might want to rotate 1 or 2 of the defenders, but still you have to play a few defenders. As you said earlier, you're only going to make it harder for yourself. That means that the players that are on the football pitch, you're going to have to play at a higher intensity for longer in the game, which means by the time those players play against Bayern Munich, they've actually played a lot harder than they would have otherwise had to do. I think it's a false economy. Get the game won, then dip. You know what I mean? Let's dip after 60 minutes and let's be sat there
players,
for
innit? Say we're 3-0 at half time. You say 10 players. Even the players that aren't getting taken off, you say 10 players. Chill. You're on the beach.
Yeah, on the beach.
Chill. Do you know what I mean? Go down a couple of gears, control the game. Don't go all out. Julian Bore, sometimes what we see quite a lot with it, actually, if we're winning the game 3-0 that second half, it's usually a dead half because City will just control the game. We don't, sometimes obviously won't go on and score more goals. We see that quite a lot with City. That's what I'll be after. I'll be after just managing the game, see the game out, don't do anything stupid, and just coast through that second half. That's why I want us to get that game won as early as possible.
Agreed. Fully agreed.
Because the next game always will be till the end of the season. The next game that's in front of you will always be the biggest game of the season, just in front of you. So this one now is biggest game of the season. Then Bayern, biggest game of the season. Then whatever comes after that, biggest game of the season. Do you know what I mean? Always just keep going like that because you need to keep winning. And you can only look at what's in front of you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, I agree. Big up Sinathan with the 14 says, Arsenal will be sleepless Saturday with a win from us. That's it, man. And they'll be even more sleepless if we go there and pan them 5-0.
Fact.
You know? Because if we win 1-0, right? We'll have like buzz and we got the W. But they'll be like, fucking hell, they only just beat Southampton. They'll get a little bit of confidence out of that if we struggle tomorrow. We got to go there and put a statement performance in, get a statement result. That would be the best thing. Big up Tristan as well. A member for 4 months says, feeling 2 goals by Haaland tomorrow. Well, if he plays and Kevin De Bruyne plays, no. You like to think that he's going to get a couple of goals, wouldn't you? You know what I mean? Them two are very good. I want to just quickly talk about Southampton a little bit. We have actually spoke about whether they're going to be defensive, whether they're going to be a little bit more open than they might otherwise normally be. First of all, though, I've got some injury news from them. They've got a few injuries to big players. Livramento is still out. He's not going to be back in time for tomorrow. He is in training, but he's not going to be available. He might be on the bench maybe, but he's not going to be available for the game tomorrow. Che Adams, who scored against us a couple of times before, he's also out of the team. Mohamed Salisu, which is actually a really good player, he's also going to miss the game. Bella Kotchap, late fitness test. He's a decent player. And a player that is going to be facing a late fitness test. So potentially might start. Potentially might be on the bench. Potentially might just be out. He's going to be a late fitness test, so we'll have to wait and see on him. And as I said this morning, Juan Larios, ex-Manchester City player, is out for the rest of the season, it looks, so he's not going to be available. So yeah, a couple of crucial players out there for Southampton, but Bella Kotchap, the big one, he's going to take it a late fitness test. I guess he's either done it today or he's probably maybe do it tomorrow. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, Bella Kotchap is a decent player. So
yeah, he's a decent player too. A lot of people rate him quite highly. Centurion there says Salisu out is huge.
Salisu's a good player as well.
Yeah. So yeah, we have to. I mean, regardless of what side they put out there, we need to be beating them. Like whether they got the full strength or not, we need to be beating them.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a really interesting one because I know we spoke about this a few times, but obviously after tomorrow, Southampton are going to have 8 games left of the season, right? And by the end of tomorrow, they are going to be, if they get beat tomorrow, they will be 4 or 5 points. Yeah, 5 points. If they get beat tomorrow, regardless of what happens in the Bournemouth or Leicester game, they will be 5 points from safety. You know, they still, and like I said this morning, bro, they still have Arsenal to play, Newcastle to play, Liverpool to play, Brighton to play. They've got really, really tricky games. It's looking very, very bleak for Southampton. I don't know what they're going to do, man. I really, really don't. Do they try and take the point and try and get that to sort of spur them on? They've got Crystal Palace next weekend. Could that spur them on? Or do they actually say, you know what, point might not be enough here, and try and do something tomorrow? It's going to be really interesting to see.
I'm interested to see what their vibe is. Like me and Hugh said it before in the earlier stream today that I kind of see like that them being happy with the point. And I think regardless of the situation, they will be happy with a point, but it'd be interesting to see if they go for it properly. They might have like a bit of confidence from that Carabao Cup game, thinking, you know what, if we go out these, we can rock them a little bit here. Obviously, that was a very different City back then because it was in a different vibe. This time, interesting to see what happens.
Let me tell you why I think that point's not enough, right? So if you look at Southampton's fixtures, I've just said they've still got City, they've got Arsenal, they've got Newcastle, Brighton and Liverpool. All really, really tough games. The other games that they have is they've got Palace at home, Bournemouth at home, Forest away, Fulham at home. Fulham are obviously top 10 team, right? If they beat Southampton, if they beat Crystal Palace, they beat Bournemouth and they beat Forest, right? Beat them 3 teams in and around them. The other teams, Leicester, Bournemouth, Forest, they only need 2 wins to get more points than Southampton by the end of the season. 2 out of 8.
That stings.
So this is what I'm saying. I don't think Southampton can look at these games and go, oh, we'll take a point.
Southampton basically need to win every game over 10 of the season, really. They need to be winning every single game.
They need to be winning. And this is why I don't know if they'll take the point. And maybe, like I say, maybe they will take the point and go, we'll just try and get the point, beat Crystal Palace. But like I say, even if they beat them other 3 teams, the other teams around them only need 2 wins to get above Southampton in the whole of the rest of the season.
I'm hoping that we don't give them a chance to want to take that point. I'm hoping we're out of out of sight. So they basically just roll over for us like at the end of it.
Best thing for us tomorrow, bro, is an early goal for City, innit?
Yeah, early goal for City, calms us down. Get that second one as soon as possible. You keep going for it. Get that second goal, and then once you have that second goal, I think they'll open up even more because they'll just think, right, fuck it, we're just gonna have to go for it. Should open a little bit of space for City. I don't want no 1-0 tight game until the end where they could potentially think, oh, we can nick something here. We don't want that.
Yeah, no, I agree. Big up Angel with the member chat says, forget the party twerk. Let's see the LB helicopter special. Let's go see if we can have it. That's on the X rated, bro.
City XX extra that. I mean, why are you leaking? Why are you leaking?
Wrong platform, bro. Wrong platform. Big up Angel for the 27 months, man. So yeah, look, it's going to be a really, really interesting one. And City simply have to win the game. We have to win. You know, whether it's 1-0, own goal, dodgy VAR decision, whatever, we have to win the game. And I'm confident we will. I think if Pep Guardiola doesn't fuck around with the team, puts out a good team, and the team turn up and perform, we'll get the win. It's just we have to make sure that we do perform and that we go out there with the clear intention to score goals. You know what I mean? And then if we do that, I think we'll win. And score predictions wise, I'm pretty confident. I'm not going to go for like a mad score line. The 5-0s are not back just yet.
Good.
But I'm going to go for a still pretty confident. I'm going to go for a 3-0. I'm going to go for a 3-0 City win.
My head was saying 3-0. I want to differ though. I'll say 2-0. My head was saying 3-0. Like in my head, I had a bit good vibe about this game in it. But I'll go 2-0. You go 3-0. We'll get Hughes' prediction tomorrow, innit? We'll see what he's saying.
Yeah, man. Yeah, 100%. It's going to be a big one, man. It's going to be a big one. Guys, of course, we'll be doing our live watch-along tomorrow and getting started at 4:30 with all the pre-match build-up. So make sure you join us for what simply is a must-win game. The title could be over tomorrow if we don't win. Simple as that. Simple as that. We have to get the 3 points. The team has to perform. Pep has to get his tactics right. And then if we do our job and we get the win tomorrow, we can all sit back.
Sunday will be mentally. We can win tomorrow, bro.
I know.
We can win tomorrow, bro. Sunday will be wild.
I know. Exactly. And that's what we need to do. We need to put ourselves in a position where we can just watch the game on Sunday and be like, come on, do us a favour, you know? Ben over the 2 says, Scousers giddy tonight. JB has chosen them. Any news?
I did hear a rumour, by the way, that he was deciding tonight. I think Tolmy actually put a video on as well for people who rate the Tolmy chat. Joey does the videos, the hints. Something about tonight being crucial, and we did hear that in the second week. Well, it's still the first week, but basically people were saying this weekend is when we'll find out. But remains to be seen on the Jude Bellingham front. It's still a transfer that is just, it could go either way for me. It's such a strange transfer, man.
Listen, it is what it is. If he picks us, he picks us. If he's not picked us, he's not picked us, and we will still be fine going forward. We'll probably end up with that McAllister fella, who's a great player. Our season, next season, our team does not begin, and it does not end with Jude Bellingham. We've won multiple trophies without Jude Bellingham. If Jude Bellingham goes to Liverpool, they've had the best goalkeeper in the world, the best centre-back in the world, the best midfielder in the world, the best winger in the world, the best manager in the world.
Yeah.
Right? And they still only won one Prem in the last 5 years. So for me, I'm just going to say, if he goes to Liverpool, he goes to Liverpool. Is what it is. Won't alter my confidence going into next season.
No, not at all.
The slightest.
Yeah, we missed out one transfer, but we're looking at a lot of different midfielders. So full send Alexis McAllister in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yo, what's going on, man? What's going on here, Bray?
Oh, these guys are linked up, innit?
Are you guys, what were you talking? Are you talking to each other? Or what's going on here, man?
These guys
we got Paratos coming in with the 5 gifted. And then Professional Police went, yo, snap. And then also dropped the 5 bomb. Yo, we got the boys, man. Paratosh and Professional Police both coming in with the 5 gifted. Love to see the W's in the chat, man.
Big up all the people who got gifted those memberships.
Yeah, man. But yeah, just stay tuned to us. Obviously, keep subscribed, hit the notification bell, because if we do hear anything on Jude Bellingham,
we'll be live rapid.
It's going to be a madness.
We'll be live rapid as soon as Jude Bellingham news drops.
That's it. Guys, hopefully you've enjoyed today's stream. If you have, make sure you drop a like on it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Join us tomorrow, 4:30 UK time. BST, you know.
It's now, we're back to GMT, aren't we? Oh, no, it's BST, British Summertime now, isn't it? Is that right?
Summertime. Yeah.
Is that
British
right?
Summertime. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
British Summertime, bro.
Summertime. Big tune.
That's it. 4:30 tomorrow. Make sure you join us. Big up Nick Todd for the 25 months. Says 3-0 tomorrow. Foden. My next prediction is that hot ones will never happen. Sorry, everyone. The thing is, why are you coming with that, Bray?
But also, Foden, as if that can happen.
I know.
I rate it. He's manifested it, innit?
Big up Nick Todd, man. And yeah, guys, we'll see you tomorrow, 4:30. Make sure you join us. It's going to be a madness. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.